What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy TeKRaJ, and I'm back with another player review, highly requested, of course. Hey, once again, if you want to interact with me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, the link to those sites is in the description below. Don't forget to give me your ideas of who you want to see reviewed. Now, I previously said I'm not going to do defensive players, but you know what? We're probably going to give you a defensive player review this week. I think I have a pretty good way to give that to you guys. But anyway, we're looking at 93 overall halfback. He's a ghost of Madden future. Falcons running back Devonta Freeman. He's short, he's 5'8", 94 speed, 96 agility, 95 acceleration, 93 carry, 88 ball carrier vision, 94 elusiveness, 90 truck, and 98 juke move. Now, of course, Devonta Freeman has had an amazing year this year in real life football. Also, if you're in a fantasy football, he's done great things for you. But because of his build, even because of how the character model looks like in this game, you would assume that he'd be like a bruising Eddie Lacy type back, but he's really not that. He's actually a really shifty speed back under disguise as a larger, more bulkier back. So we're going to compare him against a lot of running backs similar to his overall, and you're going to see that he beats most of them except for carry, ball carrier vision, and trucking. A lot of those legends that you guys are used to playing with. He's going to be as faster, but they're going to have him be only in those categories. But as far as everything else, he's going to have him beat. Right here, LaDainian Tomlinson is the best example of the running back that I was talking about. As you can see, he beats him in a lot of those stuff. Then, of course, whenever you get to like Walter Payton and like your Eric Dickersons of the world, he's not going to match up. But here he is against that team of the week, Eddie Lacy, that a lot of you really liked, and of course he beats him. And then here he is against team of the week, Adrian Peterson. Statistically, he looks like a better back. So let's go ahead and go into some gameplay. You guys know how I like to do it. I like lining up my running backs at receiver for these player reviews to see how they do when it comes to that. Right here you see that Devonta Freeman puts on a little shimmy shake against legend Rod Woodson and gets the nice big gain there. Now we're gonna give him some more love at wide receiver and see if he can punch it in. Some of you are like, man, what the hell am I looking at? I came to see if he's a good running back and you got him lined up at wide receiver. What's going on? So we're gonna put him at running back, and I want to talk about a couple things. The reason why I really agree to do this review is because there's been a few times that I've actually played against this card and he's made me pay. I set up a great defense like you saw right there, and the first man gets up to him and he can't make the tackle. So here he's going to go up the middle, and you're going to see we get some nice blocking, but he's really fast and he can make it through holes quickly so he can go in for touchdowns. So we're up 21-7. I show you this interception because that was my opponent having enough, called it quits, and he's no longer going to want to play that game. So we're going to go into some more gameplay, and the other thing I'm going to tell you guys is that I noticed that what I had to resort to most of with this Devonta Freeman was outside speed type plays. To be honest with you, even though, like, yes, I showed you the stats, as you can see, he gets another receiving touchdown there, but I had to really get mostly out of him on a lot of toss plays or things like this when he bounced to the outside. He has crazy acceleration and a crazy burst. I'm not sure, I mean, it's not necessarily better than a lot of other running backs, but look at that. The ones when it comes to him going one-on-one against defensive backs, they can't hang with him. Like, usually defensive backs aren't going to get him on the first, attempt at a tackle. He's just really shifty. He really gets away from a lot of the players. But if I had a team that I'm going against that has like a really fast defense and they're going to nullify some of those speed plays, then what you're going to notice is that that's going to pretty much nullify a lot what he is. So like this team, for example, I played against him. They had really fast guys, some really hard hitters. He would like stack the boxes, you can see here. So I was just forced to abuse him with the toss play like this, and he was always fast enough to get to the outside regardless of who they had on their team. As you can see, we were pretty much dominating at this point, and they could not stop the toss, but that goes into my next point, one of the drawbacks. He has like 93 carry, but I noticed like he fumbled, I think it was twice, which is less than most other people. But as you can see there, look how many tackles he breaks. First and 10, we're up 24-13. We're getting the toss play to the outside. What'd I tell you about defensive backs, man? They just can't hold them. I mean, I broke so many tackles against defensive backs. Now, when it came to like linebackers and defensive linemen and things like that, I wasn't breaking a lot of tackles. I had to rely on my blocks, my blocks. I had to rely on my ball carrier vision, not his ball carrier vision. You see, and this is what I mean, like a play like this. I wasn't going to break a lot of tackles, but he was able to get from point A to point B pretty quickly. Here on 36, you're going to see right here, look at that tackle we break right there on the screenplay. But unfortunately, there was nothing we can do to get into the end zone. But later on, we're going to give the ball to him. As you can see right here, I mean, it's just, hey, that was blocking. That was some toss play cheese. But his speed is also pretty good. Let's go ahead and line him up back at wide receiver, see what we can do on this one. Right here, it's the speed, man. His 94 speed is just so great. You couple that with 98 juke move, I mean, you want to talk about an amazing back when it comes to that. He's going to do pretty much everything that you want to do. Short of you having Eric Dickerson or Bo Jackson or Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders, I can't see too many players except maybe, I don't even know. Look at that. I mean, just he eats defensive backs for lunch. He's going to pretty much work for any type of play that you're going to do. If you get him into the second level, there's not a lot of people that can hold him. I understand now why, but there you go again. Look at that. You may say, oh, well, that was Sean Taylor, I think, that hit him. By the way, if you want to know how he lost this game, check out how he lost this game. Last play of the game, they're pretty much done. Knock it down, right? How's that for some cheese? That's some I'm gonna break my Xbox controller type thing. But going back to what I'm talking about, you know, some people may say, hey, those fumbles, you know, Tech, that I saw were against your Lawrence Taylors, you know, your Sean Taylors of the world. But I got news for you, man. If you're up in there in divisions, all you're gonna be doing is play stacked teams on defense. So it really worried me that he fumbled that much. You know, that's why I kind of hesitated to have him as a long-term running back, especially when you can get Walter Payton at the same price, especially when you can get, shoot, like, you know, I don't know, signature Reggie Bush at the same price. But at 149,000 coins, which is what I got him for, you're not going to find a lot better running backs. Okay, I'm going to get a lot of questions on, is he better than this guy or that guy? As you can see at the beginning of the video, he was pretty much better than any other running back at his overall. All right, so go out and pick him up, man. 149,000 coins is not that much. Be careful with the carry. It's 93 overall, man, but I just, if I got lit up a couple times, I mean, the 2 fumbles really worried me, but that may have just been the people I was playing against. Anyway, go ahead and like the video if you're liking the player reviews. We had a team of the week, Sammy Watson, come out, 94 overall, which I want to take a look at. So that's probably going to be tomorrow's review. Subscribe if you're new, but most importantly, take care of yourself. Peace. Once again, let's try that play action pass once again. See how the deep ball's working. We're going to throw it deep, and another deep ball right on the money to Deshaun Jackson. 2nd and 9. I throw it deep on double coverage, double or triple coverage to Deshaun Jackson right there. Come on, I know, don't judge me. I did showboat in there for the touchdown.